Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, better known as GMS, who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the tabernacle of David. And Salakia, I'm your brother Montezabath, back again with another impromptu video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, this will be an edifying lesson. All right, straight to the point. Title of the lesson is going to be Texas Border Crisis, Controlled Opposition. All right, and didn't want to make this too long, but just to get to the point, basically subscribe to the beloved brother GMS Fired Up 144 so that you may be edified. And the spirit hopped on this brother to do some digging, going into some further information pertaining to the governor of Texas, whose name is Greg Abbott. And as you can see here within this brother's video, Greg Abbott is indeed a part of the World Economic Forum Committee. All right. And so essentially what we have here dealing with this, what could potentially be what I always like to call a wag the dog event, okay, or a false flag. Okay, pretty much we have been set up for the okie doke. Now, we understand biblical prophecy, and whether it's Esau, Edom causing this madness to go on, all right, either way, it's all in the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai at the end of the day. Okay, and so what I wanted to do was I wanted to let's come over here because I ended up looking it up myself. And so what you have here is the governor of Texas, all right, the state of Texas, Greg Abbott. And I'm just going to read this so you can understand. Now, this is straight off the WEF, World Economic Forum, all right, .org, their actual website. So it says BBA in France, University of Texas, Austin degree in law, Vanderbilt University Law School, formerly State District Judge, Harris County, Justice on Texas Supreme Court, longest serving Attorney General of Texas, collected more than $31 billion in child support for Texas children. In 2014, the office was recognized as the nation's best child support program by the National Child Support Enforcement Association. Currently 48th governor of the state of Texas, vision is to build a better future for Texas, a vision focused on creating jobs and economic opportunity, improving education, building transportation, infrastructure, and check this out, securing Texas border in the face of federal government inaction, has established a cyber crimes unit to arrest criminals who use the internet to prey upon children, a fugitive unit to arrest convicted sex offenders who violate their parole, and an expanded Medicaid fraud control unit to crack down on elder abuse and waste of taxpayers' dollars. A vid sportsman and hunter, all right? And that's how you know that's a characteristic of Esau Edom, okay? He was a cunning hunter, all right? Matter of fact, just to prove that, you see if we can get this up here, because that's funny how they put that in there. Let's see here. Get that here. All right, Genesis 25:27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. You see that? A man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man and dwelling in the tents. All right. So one particular characteristic of Esau Edom, okay, and like the scriptures always tells us, all right, we judge through the spirit, man. Okay, because remember, this is a spiritual war that we're fighting. But the point that I wanted to get to, all right, is the fact that here on the World Economic Forum Committee website, which I am convinced they have not just posted this has to have been up here sometime. And the fact that they have here to secure Texas border in the face of the federal government in action, that just tells me one thing, that this whole border crisis in Texas, all right, has probably been staged. Okay. And whether it's staged or not, all right, it actually helps us, those of us that are in the truth, because these are the things that, the prophecies speak about. All right. And to bring that out, this is the book of Mark, chapter 3, and verse 24 in the NLT, which says, I'm going to start at verse 23. Yahushua called them over and responded with an illustration. How can Satan cast out Satan? He asked. A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. And this is the beauty, with everything that's going on. Hey, call Halayim Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because we're seeing the very end of Esau Edom's kingdom, man. But even if these devils, okay, have orchestrated this, all right, what Esau doesn't understand is that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has him in the trick bag, right? Because even, let's see here, let's get Obadiah real quick. Obadiah 1. Because the nations, all right, they're going to set a trap. Obadiah 1 and 7 in the NLT. All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you and you won't even know about it. You see? So even though, these devils think that they doing they setting up the old Okido to establish their one world order, all right, it's not going to end well for them, man. The Lord has them in the trick bag, because you have to understand the Lord controls the minds of the kings. Let's grab that. What's that? Proverbs 21. Yep. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart, meaning his mind. When you go into that word heart in the Hebrew, it's la'ab, which means mind. It's like a stream of water directed by the Lord Yahweh, and he guides it wherever he pleases it, man. That's why you ought to fear the Heavenly Father, because at the end of the day, he's putting his will into the minds of these top government politicians, presidents, prime ministers, whatever you want to call them, to do his will at the end of the day. And Esau, let's get this, if I can real quick. Let's get Proverbs, next tab, chapter 4, verse 16, dealing with Esau, because essentially, if they have orchestrated this as a false flag just to cause pandemonium and chaos, to bring in, an inch step closer to their one world order, it would make sense. This is Proverbs 4 and 16. For they, talking about Esau, Edom, sleep not. All right. And they, meaning beginning with the top banking elite families. So it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. So let's read that in the NLT if we can. All right. Because it makes a whole lot of sense with them just coming off of that meeting from Davos. All right. Proverbs 4 and 16 in the NLT. For evil people can't sleep until they've done their evil deed for the day. And they can't rest until they've caused someone to stumble. And they eat the food of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. And that's Esau Edom all day long. Another precept, Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Okay, it's in the power of Esau Edom's hand, man. And this is why the scriptures tells you in the Apocrypha, Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. And though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. You see? And so with this whole border crisis brewing and stirring up something, all right, is going to lead, okay, very shortly, all right, to this. This is 2nd Esdras 15, and I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And so when we read these prophecies, we have to sit and meditate and think about what sort of event can take place to actually cause this prophecy to come to pass. Well, let's check out this TikTok video I have lined up here.
The revolution is happening. Arizona and many other states have decided to go to battle with Texas against the border invasion and the federal government.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the thick of an invasion. Our law enforcement is overwhelmed by the chaos created by Biden's open border policies. They don't have the resources or the support needed to combat the magnitude of the criminal activity that is going on. And our communities are in danger, which is why I'm in
The revolution is happening. Arizona and
the Border Invasion Act, SB 1231. The Arizona Border Invasion Act will make it a crime to enter our state anywhere but a lawful entrance point. Democrat politicians are supporting the humanitarian crisis at the border. The things that I have witnessed as a nurse, I pray none of you ever have to see, but it's something that needs to be exposed. This bill has unanimous support from the Sheriff's Association. I hope our elected sheriffs and their officers will get the tools that they need and deserve to keep all of us safe.
South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem just posted on X, "I'm going to the war zone at the border tomorrow. I'm so proud of what Texas is doing to defend itself. We'll be right there beside them. We'll do everything we can to make sure that this invasion stops." Jim Ferguson just posted, "Breaking news, thousands of American truckers are heading to the southern border to help the state of Texas and other states trying to put an end to the Biden-orchestrated border invasion. The American patriots are rising against the globalists." These are the other states that are standing with Texas and against the Fed.
Did y'all see that? Let me take that right here. So these are currently, and I don't know, it could be more than this, all right, so don't quote me on this, but these are the states that are currently backing up Texas, all right, and you also have Alaska, all right. Now, one of them where a video is currently going viral at the moment is Oklahoma, okay, and so we can see here that this could be the perfect setup, all right, to implement, all right, later down the line. And I'm just speculating as a man because we don't know how it's going to happen, but we know what the prophecy says, right? Because we still also have to keep in mind they are on the verge of also an EMP attack, which the EMP attack, and this is me speaking as a man, I'm not saying it's going to happen in this fashion, but I see that they're going to use that sort of as a diversion during a time of the election right around November of this year. It could be earlier, I don't know. This is just me speaking as a man. But, you know, if you're in the spirit, this is, you should be hyping, you should be very hyped right now because we see the prophecies coming off the pages right now. Which all the more, 2nd Esdras chapters 15 and 16 are at full play right now. So for all of you scoffers and mockers out there, all right, that disapprove of the Apocrypha, you can't disapprove this, baby. It's going down. All right, it's going down, man. So let me get that same precept in 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter in the GNT, because this hit hard, man. All right, this is 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 14 in the GNT. It says, "The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near, and nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. And there will be a great political turmoil." And we see that happening right now with the whole border crisis in Texas. It says, "with one group trying to overpower another and gain control, while ignoring the legitimate government." You see that? And we'll see that happening and playing out in real time. And so all we can do is just sit back and see how far this ends up going. But hey, man, the signs are there. All right. We're close. And remember, the beloved elder Apostle Tahar deemed this the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, so with that, I didn't want to make this too long. I just wanted to hit the points and give my take on it. And once again, Babak Shah. All right, please subscribe to this beloved brother's page, GMS Fired Up 144, as he did an excellent breakdown in this video. And I just wanted to add, do a little bit land back off the video. And Lord's will, it was edifying. So until the next time, Lord's will.